Hi, welcome to Raven's Poetry Corner. I'm Raven649, aka Lindsay Lou on Google Plus, or Lindsay Robinson, L Robinson, according to my signature on my poetry. I have a guest here named Ponyo, aka Eric. He's going to be my little co-host. We're going to talk about poetry and how it makes us feel, and we're going to share our own poetry and maybe even jot down some poetry, spoken word, and just have fun chit chat as new people come in. And this is an open chat, so anyone can come in. If they want, I put the link down below. So you're welcome to come in and have a discussion with us on poetry or current events or culture or religion, really anything. How are you, Eric?
I'm doing very well. How are you today, Lindsay?
I feel very conflicted today.
Conflicted about what?
I'm very conflicted about my religion.
Okay.
I might write a poem later about it.
What's the conflict? What is in conflict here?
Well, I decided to say my Shahada again and become a Muslim.
Right on.
But I disagree with what God says.
Which God? What are you talking about? God talk to you?
No, what God says in the Quran.
Oh, okay.
It tells me to hate my friends.
to, to hate your friends? Are you sure
Yeah,
that's in there?
it says to hate homosexuality.
Okay. Well, who's gay? Which one of your friends is
My
gay?
brother's gay. My best friend Jessica is a pansexual.
Uh-huh.
My friend Paige is pansexual. Her
Okay.
boyfriend's dabbles.
Dabble.
My roommate dabbles. My
Dabbles a little
sister
bit.
dabbles.
Okay, so you're saying that which God again? I'm sorry.
Allah.
Okay, so Allah tells you that you can't have friends that are gay.
Well, Allah tells me that I can't have friends who are not Muslims.
Oh, okay. Well, can't you just ignore that bit? I mean,
Not
does
just
it
to
really matter?
ignore it.
What's that?
You take it all or you don't take it at all.
Oh, okay. So that's what you're conflicted with, right? Because Allah tells you that you can't have
What I'm
gay
conflicted
friends,
about is that
whatever.
God is supposed to be all loving.
Okay.
Why doesn't He love us?
This is the same God? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, Lindsay Lou. I don't know what you're talking about. Which God? So, or God love you, or whatever. But yeah, I mean, if you've got a God and that God doesn't like gay people, obviously doesn't love gay people. But whatever. I don't know. You should probably talk to a Muslim about that, more than likely. Not me. But I
No,
understand. I kind of.
then they're gonna say, "Well, why do you like gay people? Are you gay?" And I'm gonna say, "Of course I'm bisexual."
Right.
They're like, "Nah, you can't be that and be Muslim." I'm
Well, then
like,
I mean, isn't that your answer? If you're in a religion that doesn't want you, why be in that religion? I don't get it. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's the conflict, though, right?
yes.
I dig it. Okay.
Like, I'll read you a poem, what I said
hmm
on Christmas.
Okay. Love it.
You've already heard this one.
Mm. Okay.
It's called Free. I don't feel lost. I thought I would. I used to feel lost all the time. But I had a home with God in my heart. But there still was oppression there. I didn't feel free. Please don't drag me down. I don't mean to hurt anyone's feelings. This is not meant for you, but for me, for I am free, liberated from my naps. Now, naps are desires. I'm liberated from my desires. I don't know what I mean by that. Maybe I'm liberated from the sin that comes with them. I still have my desires, don't get me wrong, but I no longer feel the regret for acting on some that deem haram in God's eyes, unlawful in God's eyes. Please don't judge me, be merciful. It's in your nature. God didn't give it to you, we all have it, that little light inside. Make it good or bad, fuck that. Who says it's bad to be bi? I'll tell anyone religious or not, it's okay to be gay, to have compassion of their so-called God. I don't know if the nightmares or dreams are of the past, but I still feel myself listening to Quran. It's just Islam is not for me. Well, that listening to Quran led me back to Islam. There is no God in my heart. That feelings left me many days ago. I feel liberated, free. Home is where the heart is. There's no more guilt for what I am, no more hurt or tears, just tears of joy from now on, because I'm free. From the religious judgment, I could care less of what your God thinks of me. I am not burdened by that anymore. Nor, which means light, has left me. Maybe I'll be shrouded in darkness. Ha! I really doubt that. I doubt that because I may have lost the Ummah, which is the nation of Islam, but I may miss them, but I have friends who are less judgmental, who are free as well. So here I am, being once again in my travels. Surely this is end, for there is no God, only new beginnings. So I wrote that. I don't know why I don't apply that to my mind.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that. That's a that's nice. That's a nice experience. That's a really great encapsulation of what you're feeling. I don't know, Lindsay. I really don't. Why? I mean, why you can't apply that in your mind, what you wrote. But are you looking maybe for some kind of group to belong to? Maybe is that why?
Yeah, maybe I should join like the atheist group.
Well, I don't know what good a deal that would be either. To be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, but not sure. Not sure. That's what I kind of think about religion is that it's um, I don't know what to say. I have a little pet theory about religion, but it's not your experience, and I've never really considered my pet theory in regard to changing religions. I don't even conceive of that, so I don't know.
Well, write a lot of poetry because this is something that conflicts in my mind. I
Hmm.
write poetry about religion.
Yeah.
All my poetry is mostly about religion. Like, if I go back on my blog, like, all of it, except for from December to now, is mostly about religion.
Okay.
Like, the poem I wrote, this is a poem I wrote right before I left Christianity.
Alrighty.
It was called Nothing. Nothing. I came from nothing. Despair had conquered me. Nothing could faze me. Despair was in my walk. Shaitan had me in his grasp. As I believed in falseness, as I thought I found it, it was so pure. I wrote it, I felt it, I needed it, because the despair was destroying my soul. Little did I know my spirit was being oppressed. But I had that light of mine, was afloat for another time. I needed structure. I came from nothing. Nothing I was. Despair was walked in my path. I wanted nothing but to devour. It took me a while to stop devouring. I believe the spirit came to me. Do you know what spirit is? It showed to me with kindness and compassion. But without Islam, I would not have found haq. I came from nothing, as I feel I was nothing. I prayed to Allah only to realize the love for Him was wasted. Allah is merciful, but Allah is wrathful. In my walk, I came across a man. I studied from him. I was blinded because I hated God. I truly hated him. He took my father from me. I realize now that I have an eternal father, that is Abba. I don't believe that. I don't believe in the father anymore.
I'm sorry, Lindsay. Is that a footnote or is that part of the poem?
It's a footnote.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Sorry. I came from nothing but despair. I lacked in compassion within the world and believed in the conqueror of good. I admit this now. I allowed the despair to twist and mold me, but despair was there. I was once told I'll never be of the elected, but I did you know that God loved the world so much that He sent His only begotten Son, blah, blah, blah. This is Hawk, I believe. It's in the scripture. It said that Jesus said, "Before Abraham I am," and so noted that there's no other way to the Father except for me. This itself is clear that you allow the Spirit to consume your soul. Charka, life source, power, strive to God, please God, obey Him. Abba did not change his mind. Remember that. Abba loves his children. We are his alone. He created us. I could be wrong on this. I surely was wrong. That's another footnote. I was wrong. I was
Okay.
wrong.
Okay.
But he created us to worship him alone with no other gods or idols. So be it, I shall worship. Mostly I seek the compassion in him. And I do. I seek compassion. I looked for it in humanity and I saw a lack of compassion, lack of empathy. So I looked for it in God. And I thought I found it in Christianity, but I didn't. Because they hate sinners.
Okay.
Truly, we humans are rooted in the evil of this world. We are wrapped around in Satan's little finger as he snickers and defies God. He whispers, he sent his army. I know. I was wrapped around in that. I was nothing but despair. I had nothing. Then I found Islam. Allah, the Quran had been false. Muhammad was truly not a man of God. He did not perform miracles. He was driven by lust. Would a godly man be such? Would he devote himself to Abba? He would devote himself to Abba, not his nafs, his desires, his lust. Another side note, commentary, footnote, whatever the fuck
Yo.
that is. Sorry, my phone rang.
No problemo.
Um, this part here, he did not perform miracles. He was driven by lust. Would a godly man be such? Would he devote himself to God, not his nafs, not his desires, his
Mhm.
lust? I have a problem with that when I said the Shahada. Because the Shahada is Ashadu, La ilaha illallah, Ashadu, Muhammadan Rasulullah. I testify that there is no God but Allah, and that Muhammad is a slave and messenger. You're supposed to have no doubt in Muhammad.
Okay.
But I have doubt in Muhammad. I still
Alrighty.
think he's a man of lust. So in that itself, I can't be Muslim.
Oh, okay.
I do not claim he is a prophet of God any longer. I'm a deviant. I heard a man of God that loves deviants. How so? Despair has corrupted my heart to agree as I'm not rational. Irrational thoughts flood my mind. Let's start again. God is love. God is merciful. God has compassion. Be rational. I know it's hard, but it will help you. Because when you have nothing, you have something. That is love. That is spirit. The Holy Spirit protects you. You are more than nothing. You are a child of God, and God truly loves you. That is hot. Where in reality, side note,
Hmm.
let's start again. Love is everything. Be merciful. Have compassion. If you show compassion, others will follow. Be rational. Irrational will lead you down the wrong path. It is hard because life is hard. But when you have nothing, you learn to live with nothing. You become grateful for having something. You don't have spirit because there's no such thing. How do you know there's no such thing as spirit? Because there's no evidence to back it up. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I'm just trying to understand it. And I see some people have joined. Welcome, J-Dubs and Gabriel.
Hello.
What's
So
happening?
Well, that's pretty good, Lindsay.
Is that your cute baby? Boy or girl?
no, that's just some other random kid I kidnapped. Yeah, that's my. Sorry, that's my sarcasm. Yeah, it's my little girl.
Oh, so cute. So, welcome to my poetry corner. If you have any poetry you'd like to share, go ahead. I'm just blowing about my poetry. Right now, I'm conflicted with my faith. I don't know what the hell I should be. I made a mistake and became Muslim again. But how can I be Muslim when it preaches to hate homosexuals? When I myself am half homosexual.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I'm only 160. That's funny. um, I know that you guys are probably tired of this topic with me. My roommate's like, "Oh my God, Lindsay, you're a different religion every fucking week. I'm tired of catching up with you."
What's your what would you describe your religious status as right now? Like at this very moment?
I don't know. I would say lost.
Okay, so basically nothing, undefined.
I don't know if it is entirely into atheism,
Uh-huh.
but I was going around saying that I was a monotheist. I need to write a poem about this to make myself feel better.
Okay.
Hey, Bunto.
Captain B. All right. So why monotheism? I don't get the mono. You say you're a monotheist, but you're well. I guess that would make sense because all of your preferred religions are like monotheistic, right? So yeah, that's a safe bet.
Yo, you got poetry, poetry. This is how it goes. Roses are red, violets are few. I punch you and you cry poo.
No, I don't mind it. I think it's interesting that you switch religions or alliances or whatever. I think it's great. I don't mind a bit. But I kind of felt bad because when you put out your like whatever message that I saw that said, "Hey, I'm a Muslim again," I was like, okay. But, I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't like I was like, oh, what's it this week? I just was like, whatever, because it doesn't matter to me. You can believe whatever you want, and we'll still be buddies. So I think it's interesting. I don't know anybody else like that. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, all my friends are saying to me, you weren't happy as a Muslim, so
Hmm.
why are you going back to
Right.
Islam?
Yeah. Yeah. Why did you decide to go back?
Because I amended the fence with someone as a New Year's
Uh huh.
resolution,
Ah.
and she became Muslim a week before.
Uh huh.
And so she was talking about Islam a lot, and I bought her a bunch of stuff for her and gave her a bunch of stuff. And then I was thinking about Islam, and so I read the Quran in one night. And I'm like, hey, this makes sense. While I was manic.
Gotcha.
Where the Noahide and the Jew in here are like shaking their heads.
Yeah, you're like on the other team.
Well, I could care less what people believe in as long as they leave me alone.
Yeah, right, right. Me too. I'm the same way. I have a really good friend who believes in ley lines. You know what those are? You know what those are, Lindsay? I'm not exactly sure what they are myself. There's some kind of crazy metaphysical bullshit where there are like lines of power on the earth and where they connect or where the vertices of these lines are extra powerful or something. I don't know. But yeah, whatever. He's still my buddy.
That's cool. I have a friend from the army who's in some weirdo UFO cult thing that he constantly throws pamphlets at me for, and I could not be more disinterested if you paid me to be disinterested.
So, do any of you write poetry? What about you, John? J Dubs? I know you write poetry.
I can barely read and write. You think I could do
Really?
poetry?
Oh, stop it.
What about you, Gabriel?
Once in a great while, but I never. It's not really for public consumption. It's just something I usually. It's like a personal therapy thing.
Oh, I see. You, Bunto? Oh, lyrics. This is lyrics. This is how we go. Yo, we have the turkey god in the sky. We worship it because we have a good handprint. Expect lyrics, paranoid, sitting in the deep sweat, thinking like you never know, thinking and feeling like oh, oh. I gotta fuck somebody by the weekend. Sexual frustration. I see that.
Bunto, put your headset on. I can't see what you're saying. So I don't I don't write any poetry either, Lindsay. Unfortunately, I had a couple of them memorized a long time ago, but My brain is now mush. So
Well, mushhead. This was your idea. This hangout. I feel like
Hello,
it's a
Ish.
failure because I'm just talking about religion.
Hello, Ish. Can you hear me?
Hello,
hi,
Ish.
Bunto. How you doing?
How you guys doing?
Hey,
Okay, so are we on day 2 of giving up spleef, Lindsay?
what is
Yeah.
spleef?
Ganja, weed.
The marijuana, you know you wanna.
Why would you give up marijuana?
Because I
Islam.
hallucinate.
Oh, I thought you
No.
gave it up
see,
religion.
That to me, that would be like an added bonus.
I'm not quitting because of Islam. I don't know where you got that from.
Oops.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's your assumption.
Hey, but if they found out you're smoking dope, they'd crack down on you, wouldn't they?
Yeah, probably. But I don't care. If they found out I was licking pussy too, they would be.
Yep. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Okay, what mosque do you go to? Is it a very liberal mosque?
No, they're very conservative.
Okay, so they don't question you. They just, hey, Lindsay's back, and just go with it.
Pretty much.
You know, I guess it works.
I'm only gonna go to the mosque once, and that's Friday because my friend wants me to go with her.
I thought you always have to go every week.
That's for men. Women don't have to.
Oh, seriously? Huh.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, so you only get to go to mosque like once a year or once a month or what?
I don't know. Whenever you want to. Except
Yeah,
for you can't go on your period.
You know, it's so funny that you mentioned that. But I mean, it seems like such a free-form religion, your flavor of Islam, and then, you know, what I see on the news is hardcore. Just my observation.
Hard fucking core.
So, Pyong, has Islam ever interested you?
Nope, not a bit.
Because, you know, bacon. I love bacon.
I mean, now it's got such a bad rap. I mean, I can't, you know, it's just like, wow, you know?
Hey, okay, so you went to
Blows my
Catholic
mind.
school, right? Okay, well, the thing is, in public school, Pyong, we had Jewish kids, right? And they'd eat like, they'd bring like different stuff to lunch, and I'd be like, what's that? And they say, like, oh, that's matzah, or that's, you know, the cracker, or whatever.
Right.
So, I mean, you missed that out growing up, you know, Jewish kids.
Well, no, my one of my best friends from law school is Jewish, and he I don't know what you call it, but I don't know if it's practices kosher eating or I don't know. What do you call it, Gav? When you only eat kosher stuff?
Kosher.
You keep kosher, yeah.
Yeah, it keeps kosher. That's right. And we never could go to lunch because you'd think there would be a bunch of kosher restaurants downtown Chicago, but there really weren't.
Oh,
A couple of times though,
There's
we
more
go to lunch.
now. There's more now.
We go to could be. Matter of fact, last time I met him for lunch, we just went to a synagogue downtown, and we had some couple
soup.
of chicken salad sandwiches or something that they had there. You know, they got like this little refrigerator with sandwiches and stuff. So no, I have a little bit of exposure to that, not a lot though.
Man, because like in New York, I'm pretty sure like every block has a kosher restaurant, pretty much.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Yeah,
Absolutely.
there was a deli down on I can't even remember what was on Roosevelt that we could go to, but he never wanted to go there for some reason. And then
Maybe you had a bad time or something.
maybe he did. I don't know. But he would always bring his sack lunch, and that's how that went. Yep.
But everybody loves, religious Jews love visiting New York because that's the place where you can find a lot of the ethnic foods. Like there's a kosher Indian place,
Mm-hmm.
not just right outside the city, and there's a kosher Mexican place. So you really can't find. There's like one other place like that, and it's in L.A. all the way across the country. So
Really?
And you want Mexican, you're kind of limited to New York and Los Angeles.
I always thought New York was so organized, and I really appreciated New York. Just an organized town.
Oh yeah, it's the opposite of Boston. You ever drive in Boston?
No,
Oh
but
God.
it's so funny that people love Boston. I mean, there's something to that town.
Oh no, I want Boston to fall off into the Atlantic.
It's like Houston.
I hate Boston.
You ever heard of
Kev, you
Okay.
have grudges against a lot of American U.S. cities, I've noticed, or American cities. You hate Cleveland. You hate Boston.
Well, I grew up in Cleveland, that's why.
Okay. And then what else do you hate? Which, like Peoria? Peoria's okay with you?
I've not been to Peoria. As far as
So it's
cities that I like, Chicago's okay.
Yeah.
I really like. I actually really like. No, I can't even think of what it's called. That's bad. The one I like, I can't name.
Philly, Philadelphia,
No, it's in Texas. The one city in Texas. I can't stand.
Dallas, Houston. Houston sucks.
Austin?
No.
Austin's great.
No. It's not any one of those.
Corpus,
Fort
El
Worth?
Paso.
No.
Fort Worth is Dallas.
Ah, crap. This is gonna bother me.
Alamo?
No, yeah, I've seen it. But,
San Antonio.
San Antonio, yes, thank you.
You don't like San Antonio?
No,
No,
you
I
don't
do
hate those?
like San Antonio.
Oh yeah, San Antonio's a good town. Good food. Fuck.
Yeah. There's lots of stuff to do. Like I don't know. It's one of those bigger cities that I never felt quite unsafe in. It wasn't
Dude,
really.
come on, man. You're gonna hate all of America then.
I mean, I grew up in a really, really bad neighborhood. I'm usually pretty perceptive to that, and I really didn't get that vibe from San Antonio.
Hmm. You live in Israel now, right?
Correct.
Yeah. I've been to Tel Aviv. I love it there, but I know you don't like it. I love it.
Yeah, you picked the one city here I can't stand.
Well, that's like their main, touristy type city, Tel
Yeah.
Aviv.
Right. Yeah. It's where a lot of business gets done. So a lot of the entertainment industry is there.
And then you've been to Egypt a lot, or is it bad for you to go over to
I wouldn't go now.
Yeah. Back in the day.
If I would go, I would go to like one of the main. I'd just fly. I wouldn't drive across the Sinai like we used to.
Yeah. That's when I was there in '85.
Yeah, in '85 it was much safer, much safer. In fact, the last time I was in Egypt was in 2009, I think.
Wow.
We
Yeah,
drove across the Sinai. The Sinai Peninsula is basically one giant training camp for ISIS now, so
Oh, that sucks.
not really good to be there.
They got rid of the multinational force. I remember that. That's where I was there.
Mm-hmm.
North Camp, South Camp. Man, the food was so fucking good, man. I just loved the food there.
I've been to Cairo and Alexandria, some pretty cool places. I've been to Jordan too. Jordan I still visit occasionally. Jordan's a little bit safer, but
What about Lebanon? Is that all well, yeah, back then. Pretty fucked up.
yeah, I can't go to Lebanon. They won't let me.
I know. Once they see that Israeli passport, they'll just fuck you up.
Yeah, well, they won't let me on the plane.
Did you hear about the Miss Israel Lebanon fuck up recently?
I watched.
What's going on with that? Jesus, dude, come on. A picture, beauty queens, let it go. Can we take a break?
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah. It was nothing. I thought, how stupid.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's political. I have a funny feeling. Well, I mean, it's not really her fault. It's not Miss Lebanon. It's not really anybody's fault.
No.
It's just, it really, like you said, it's just a stupid picture. But the reality is that Lebanese law prohibits contact with citizens of the state of Israel. So my suspicion is that she probably took the picture voluntarily and only later realized she could get in big trouble, and then a big deal got made about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, guys, I might take a quick nap here, but hey,
You haven't napped yet?
no, I'm gonna be on that secular TV later on, so I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah, I heard.
So, well, congratulations, Lindsay, day 2, man. You said you had some trouble. When you give something up, give a lot of things up at the same time. That way you don't blame only one thing.
What do you mean?
Like if you gave up salt or soda pop at the same time with dope, then you wouldn't focus just on dope.
I don't drink a lot of pop.
And then, you know, just give a bunch of stuff up at the same time. That way you don't focus on one.
I'm quitting pizza though.
You gotta quit that too? Shit, man.
You
Yeah,
gotta have something fun, Lindsay.
and ice cream. I can't eat ice cream anymore.
Oh, fuck.
Christ. Forget it.
Frozen yogurt all the way, man.
Yeah, oh well, okay.
Frozen yogurt's pretty good.
Yeah,
Not as good as ice cream, but
I like it too.
Okay, so you gotta go to the mosque on Friday to do what? To stand up and give your testimony?
No, I'm going with my friend because she wants to go pray.
Okay, so you've already given your testimony?
I
Like-
don't think they do that.
Yeah, they do. They gotta swear allegiance to Allah, right, Lindsay?
Ashhadu la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu Muhammadan Rasulullah. There, I said it.
And you
Even though I
got
don't
admit,
believe that Muhammad is a prophet.
and you got admit that you're a slave to Muhammad, right?
No.
You don't?
No, you gotta admit that Muhammad is a slave to God.
Oh, I thought you admit you're a slave to Muhammad. Sorry, I got it messed up.
See, I'm conflicted because in my poetry, as I said earlier, is that I believe that Muhammad is a man of lust.
Lust? Okay.
Lust. So how can he be a man of God?
Okay, so you got this from reading all the hadiths and shit?
I don't even want to talk about hadith.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, where'd you get the lust thing?
He married a fucking 9-year-old.
Yeah, that's Islam.
He fucked a 9-year-old.
It's Islam. That's what they
He
do.
fucked a
I mean-
9-year-old.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if you have a problem with it, why is this your chosen religion? I mean, that's what I'm trying to kind of figure out. And not that I'm trying to be disrespectful or anything.
I don't know why I chose it.
I think you probably know that you don't that you don't really fit in there. You know, that's what it sounds like to me. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. I'm not advocating one over another. I don't I don't really care whatever floats your boat. But if they have problems with gay people and whatever the lustful stuff, you know,
Bacon.
yeah, bacon. They don't like bacon very much.
Lindsay, just come with me and Eric to the Satanic Church instead.
Yeah, it's great fun.
The sacrifice, the black candles, the robes.
Babies are delicious.
It's kind of funny. I took a comparative religious class when I went to Case Western Reserve University,
Mhm.
and I actually got assigned the Church of Satan as like the group I had to visit, like their you know, like a meeting or whatever. And they actually had like a group on campus that did like a meeting, and like so all these my Christian friends were like, oh, like they're Satan, they're gonna do evil things and cast spells. And it was basically I showed up, they're like, oh yeah, this is the Church of Satan. You want a hot dog? Like it was like a barbecue.
Really?
They're actually some of the chillest people I met while I was in college, believe it or not.
So, which one? Who's the leader of that church at that time? Did they tell you?
No, I didn't really get that into it. I mean, they had like a really brief. I actually missed like what would be, I guess you consider like the religiously significant aspect of it. I showed up for like their little after party thing, where they were just, I mean, and there wasn't even really that many of them. There were like 9 of them, and they were all really friendly, and they're like every other religious function I've been to. Like people were eating and talking about everything other than religion.
Really? Cowboys. Okay, was it 50-50 or mostly men?
Like 50-50.
Wow, that's cool. Well,
I don't know what my religion is right now. I talked about it with my brother this morning, and then again in freaking Big Kev's room or whatever Juicy fucking calls himself now. And Sid was there, and some guy named Billy Sky, Some
Shit.
douchebag named Ryan. And Bunto, not Bunto. Yeah, you were there for a little bit, and then you left.
No, probably for the gym. Yeah, I think I remember it. Well, you know, honey, I'm the last one you should. I'm not fervent about any religion in the world. Why don't you just make up your own religion? You know, ain't that better?
That's one of my sisters.
You're muted. Or find something to do religiously. Call of Duty, right?
Why do you need religion, says John. I don't know. Because it brings structure to my crazy life.
True.
Well, you can find structure outside of religion. I mean, my religion provides plenty of structure, but that's not why I practice it.
I don't know why I follow religion. Because I came from nothing. And I want something.
Yeah. Hey, Gabriel, what year did you go to Case Western?
2007 through 2009.
Yeah, late. Because I think Dr. Price, Robert M. Price, he taught there, I think, back in the day.
He's the
Bible geek.
Yeah, he's also, I want to say he's the one who's kind of controversial because he denies that Jesus actually existed.
Yes, he is definitely a mythicist.
Okay, yeah, I've heard some of his ideas before. Don't necessarily agree with all of them, but some of them make some good points.
Love the guy's attitude. I mean, he's hilarious. You should, try to listen to a Bible geek podcast. It's funny as hell. Or just go to my...
I've seen him on YouTube.
Yeah, go to my YouTube set because I have a bunch of Bible geek videos there.
Right, yeah, he's definitely snarky, that's for sure. That's kind of makes him fun.
He's hilarious. He's fun.
No, I took a law elective while I was there. The only well-known professor that is like well-known for teaching at Case that I had was a guy named Curso. And he, as a young boy, he was actually he was an actor, and he played the little boy in that Robin Williams movie Hook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now he's a law professor at Case Western.
Oh, that's awesome. Man, that just kills me about Robin Williams, man. Fuck. I'm just sad.
Yeah,
seriously. A real downer, man.
I know, right?
Yeah, he was definitely there is no one even remotely like him.
Yeah.
Literally one of a kind.
That was just such a shock, man. Fuck.
So hey, man, that's what a fucking third divorce does to you, right?
Hey, sis, I can barely hear you.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what a third divorce does to you, right?
I don't know, man. Just they said he was coming down with Parkinson's, and they say he wasn't. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah. It was a combination of things, but I heard it was that and third divorce. Kinda sucks.
I don't know. I mean, just.
Yeah, I mean, nobody really knows, obviously. Yeah, nobody obviously really knows. But...
Anyway, I'm going to be on my way. Okay, Lindsay, well, have a good one. I hope you read some good poetry.
What's your topic tonight, Colonel Bunto?
I really don't know. I'm going to hang out with Pliskin, and then I talked to Eve a little earlier, and she asked me for a topic, and I said, I really don't know. Why don't you come up with one, honey? And then I never heard back, so maybe she will come up with something.
She's going to be on secular TV as well?
Well, no, she just, dingled me and said, hey, is there a hangout tonight? I said, I'm not sure.
Well, I thought you were going to be on that secular TV thing.
Well, yeah, I am. I'm going to do that, and then afterwards, I don't know, mess around.
You crazy psychopath.
Hey, have you listened to the last hangout? It's pretty good, man.
Fuck
no. The police state. Oh, man, that was funny. Your
funny.
Deliciousness, what did you call him?
Yeah, it's funny. Hey, guess what happened? I got my 10th prestige in Call of Duty.
Oh, man, so now you got to get another game.
Oh, I think I'm done.
He's waiting for his DS to come.
What's that? What'd you say, Lindsay?
He's waiting for his DS to come.
That's right. Yeah, a month from now. Yeah,
Distinguished service.
you bet.
No, let me see. What was the best part? I like the police state and the charity part. Yeah, there was a bunch of good parts in that last one. Only 2 hours.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Which one? Go
We
ahead.
did.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay, we started with climate change and wound up with charity and foreign policy.
I watched that. That was actually a pretty interesting talk.
It was a good one. I
That
liked
was
it.
funny.
But you know,
Wow.
Jeff is like so, what would you say, wedded to libertarianism. I mean, you mentioned something about it, and then he'll bring up the government, right? It's like we're not talking about the government. I mean, we've gone past that.
I don't know. I think he was making some pretty good points. I mean, like there was some points where you guys like laughed, like, "Oh, how could the government have anything to do with this?" But I think he brought up some pretty good points.
Well, you'd have to say what those points were, though. I have no problem with what Jess.
We could go watch that video again, or whatever. I don't know. I watched it.
Yeah, I think Jeff has good points. But you know, and like I've said to Jeff, I think I love libertarians. I've never met a libertarian that I didn't like. I just don't think it's very pragmatic. You know. And I think Jeff has an undue reliance upon the ability for markets to resolve conflict. I think that and some other stuff. So, but yeah, but I like his points. I think.
I think it was good on both ends.
My thoughts about libertarianism is it sounds wonderful on paper, but in practice, I think it would probably leave a lot to be desired, depending upon, you know.
Totally agree.
I like some of the